Hey everybody, in this episode of Box Office Breakdown, what's in your briefcase? Is it a box full of magical beasts? No, it's box office analysis. That's what you're going to find here next on Box Office Breakdown.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown. This, of course, is the show where we look back at the box office that was, and then we...
So good.
Harmony. Box office at last.
Yes, queen.
Yeah, there you go. I'm Frank Moran.
What's up? Kari Lane here.
I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez.
And making us look good and sound even better, Anthony in the booth.
What's up, all you party people?
Yeah, that's right. All right.
We got so much energy.
Yeah.
Movie
Like,
nerds.
oh my gosh.
Movie nerds unite.
Yeah.
And as always, folks, like us on Facebook, give us those 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, we've got the chat up and running. Actually, when you subscribe to the YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up. Or 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as many as you can. Yes, and then, as I said, the chat is up and running, so feel free to share your thoughts. But, Kari, if they're watching this after we stream live, what can they do?
Oh, you can comment down below. And actually, wait, can I reach into yours and comment down below?
Right there. There you go. Look at
That
that.
doesn't look awkward at all.
Not at all. But so many ways to interact with us according to the course of the show. So let's just jump right into it. Mm-hmm. Our look back at our top 5. Coming in at number 1, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Yes. From Warner Brothers, a little domestically underdelivered for what Warner Brothers was hoping for. It came in at $62.2 million. Amy we'll go to Amy's special segment in just a moment. Kari, did you see the film?
No, I had the choice to see one movie, and I didn't choose that one.
All right.
Oh.
Well, we'll get to the Kari's choice in a moment. I did see this film.
The shade.
And,
No.
yeah, this was it's kind of lackluster.
I've heard some mixed opinions.
It's, if you just want to just see a bunch of subplots just introduced, there's just so many characters, and the plot is just not really well structured. I will say, on a positive note, Jude Law is awesome.
That's what I've heard,
He
yeah.
plays great as a young Yumbledore, as people are calling him. Yumbledore, because he's yummy. There you go.
Oh, I got that. Thanks.
Did
I
you?
just wanted you to say it again.
Wow.
Yumbledore?
I didn't see this movie, but I'm not surprised of what I'm hearing from you, Frank,
Yeah.
after the first one.
You know, it's like...
I like the first one that I'm interested to see the second, but most of the people on Twitter are similar. It's a little more lackluster, or it's kind of or there's just not enough. It didn't focus on what makes a Harry Potter story so good, and they're just doing too many bells and whistles, and that's not what people want. But that doesn't mean I won't go see it. I just didn't get time for that.
It is interesting the focuses can be different, but if you look at the Harry Potter films, Harry Potter is your entry into this world.
Mm-hmm,
So you're following him through the course as he's growing and maturing through the course of all these films until he gets to the final battle with Voldemort. And for this, Newt Scamander is supposed to be, I guess, our entry into this film, or somebody that we're supposed to invest in, but I feel like the film does him a disservice. We never really get to know Newt enough to want to see him succeed in any way, shape, or form. I'm not really, he's fine, but he's not like some character that's like, man, yeah, I'm all about that Newt.
Also, yeah, okay, you're hitting the nail on the head for me personally, because I felt like the first one was just so disjointed for me, and it was mainly due to Newt and his character, because it felt like the actor didn't know what to do or what he was doing with the character, and he played him so aloof that I didn't know whether to root for this guy, or I didn't know what his deal was. Is he supposed to be this guy who has a special condition, or he's very special, super shy, or is he on the spectrum, or what is this guy? This is what it felt like to him, and I couldn't get a grasp of the main character. And if I didn't like the main character or figure him out, then why do I even care about this whole film? I just thought it was the first one I can only speak of, and I felt it was very mediocre.
I can't remember their names, but the
Queenie.
the blonde.
Queenie.
And then the human she liked.
Yeah.
They made the movie for me. Can we have more of them? Because they were so funny and adorable, and it was the friend that made it interesting.
Get ready not to enjoy this film then, Kari.
Do they die?
I'm not saying that.
It's okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Those characters, they they don't get really done. They're just due as characters in this. And Queenie's story arc, it's telegraphed in some senses, and then another way it just doesn't really make any sense if she's indeed a telepath and she can read minds.
Yeah.
So choices that she makes, like, but you can read minds. So I would like to know what that means, and if you can read minds about who you're kind of aligning yourself with, and what their true intents are. And speaking of our big bad, it's the Crimes of Grindelwald. So you've got Johnny Depp, which I think is an incredible step down from having Colin Farrell in the first film.
Yeah.
That was the part I liked the least, is when they did like, I'm not really Colin Farrell, I'm Johnny Depp. So I just didn't like that change. And Colin Farrell would have been a much more entertaining and interesting choice, rather than having Johnny Depp. Just like was a dud to me in this film.
Most people seem to be unhappy about him.
And certainly there is a lot of stuff in his personal life that is also affecting how people view this as well. But just stepping that aside, just watching his performance in here, I feel like it's just, there's not much to it. And it's like, I really wish it had been Colin Farrell. I think he would have been more interesting. And seeing him go, which is what it's all leading up to, is Grindelwald versus Dumbledore. To see Colin Farrell against Jude Law, I think would have been much more interesting than seeing Johnny Depp against Jude Law.
Now, I know people in the chat are asking, if you haven't seen the first one, should you watch the first one to watch the second one?
No, I mean, you could jump into this one. There's not really,
wow.
Okay.
It's not really that necessary. I mean, you know that Newt, he's got an affinity for magical beasts.
And finding them.
And he's got this cool briefcase that they all live in. It's like a pocket dimension. It's like his own little mini TARDIS inside there.
Oh, I like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So no, you could jump into this. I mean, and whatever parts you could easily pick up on in terms of what characters' relationships are, so you could pick this up in the second film and just move along. But to think that there's, I think, 4 more films in this series.
No way.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
There are.
Oh.
So
4
I'm
more
out.
or like 2 more, like 4 total?
I believe it was. I think it was going to be 5 films. I can't remember if it was Fantastic Beasts and then 5 more films, or Fantastic Beasts was part of that 5 films. I think.
Wow.
And please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I
Wow.
think it's 5 more films after Fantastic Beasts. So then that would mean there would be 4 more films after this. So and for us with the movie, it's either 4 or it's 3, and either way, that's still an alarming amount of movies.
Yeah.
Well, fun one from the chat. Neil Hutchinson says, it could be worse. Redmond could have played him like his character in Jupiter Ascending.
There.
I like Jupiter Ascending, though, but
I'm
I'm one of the few.
I still need to watch that.
It's
The barking dog gun.
it's quirky.
There's a terrible Three's Company moment in here where I don't understand. There's 2 characters are getting married, and yet there is
2 characters are getting married in Fantastic Beasts.
in Fantastic
This one,
Beasts,
Crimes.
but the wedding announcement also has a 3rd person in there in the wedding announcement that's shown in the newspaper, and it doesn't make any sense why this 3rd person is in there, because it just leads for this really contrived kind of relationship trouble between 2 other characters. I'm like, why is this in here? This makes 0 sense. Why this 3rd person would be standing there for a photo for somebody else's wedding announcement? It made 0 sense to me. And kind of this is dumb. People are acting dumb in this movie.
Oh, I hate that.
That's frustrating.
So anyway, yeah, it's it'd be curious to see how they approach the 3rd film after this. I don't know. I feel like this is a series that is not doing as well. It's still making money, but I feel like it could be so much better. And I don't know if J.K. Rowling needs somebody to help her more in the screenwriting area. As a
Some
novelist,
people are saying that too, like Star Wars. It's all backup. Let somebody else step in and help.
it would be great to have her just be the overarching visionary, and then just have somebody handle the finer details and write a more compelling narrative.
Yeah.
Coming in number 2, The Grinch, holding on strong here with another $38.1 million. Coming in number 3, Bohemian Rhapsody from Fox, 15.7. Coming in number 4, one of our other films debuting here at the box office, Instant Family, with Rose Byrne and Mark Wahlberg from Paramount, $14.7 million. And this actually did well. It was very comparable to Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. So even though it didn't blow up the box office, Paramount is happy because it got them very comparable numbers. And then coming in number 5 was our film that was also the subject of our box office bet, a little film called Widows from Fox, underperformed with $12.3 million.
Yeah,
I saw
that's
that one.
shocking.
Exciting. Well, Before we get to Kari's thoughts, real quick, as I mentioned, it was a subject of our box office bet. Neil Plumley, not with us this week. He was so kind to Skype in with us last week, but he won our box office bet with a $14.2 million bet. Kari and Amy and I tied at $25 million, leaving our boy Anthony to have to go see this film and tell us all about it with a lofty $32 million bet. Look how excited he is and sounds.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, maybe what Kari is going to have to say, Anthony, is going to get you more excited or less excited. Kari, what did you think of the film?
I thought it was pretty cool. It is a slower burn. The trailer makes it like super hype, and that's more towards the end, which is fine. But I think people going in should maybe know that. I think the character's really interesting. Some fantastic acting from all the cast. There's some interesting directions. Different things happen that you kind of go, okay. I don't want to spoil anything. And then something else I liked was it's also, the film is kind of quote unquote, I'd say artsy, because there are things that you maybe wouldn't see in a regular movie in terms of there's a scene where two characters get in a car and the camera follows them in the car and stays just looking at the car and the background as the car drives away and then kind of rotates and sees the other side of the street. And they're having the whole conversation in the car and you never see them. And that's not in most regular movies, and I think that's the most like, oh, well, that's different. I feel most average audience might maybe be put off by some of that, but I thought that was interesting. Like some of the takes are a little bit longer on a person, and then they don't cut to the reaction or not. But I don't know. I felt that gave it a more artistic flair that I enjoyed, and I think it's a nice gritty one. And yeah,
all right.
Like, not like, oh my gosh, that was amazing, but it's pretty good. And then there's a part kind of towards the end, and it was fun hearing my audience react to it because they weren't really sure of like, like kind of they were excited about, like, I don't know if we're allowed to be loud and excited about it, but it was pretty funny.
So when it came time to choose the one film you're going to see this weekend, what made you choose this over, say, Fantastic Beasts?
I had heard more about Widows. I was more intrigued by the idea. There's a lot of talk about it after it was at Toronto International Film Festival, so I was really curious. Also, I like that it's essentially like swapping the heist movie, like it's the ladies, but it doesn't feel forced. Like it's not just a, hey, gimmick, we're just going to have women do a heist movie. It's like, no, there's circumstances that bring them together and how different people come into it. And everybody having their own lives, which is great commentary of, okay, well, you have this going on in your life. That's not how my life is. So how can we work together and get all this done? So that kind of stuff felt very real and grounded, too.
All right. So, Anthony,
I don't know if that helps you or hurts you, Anthony.
What do you think? Are you more or less excited about seeing this film?
It definitely cushions the blow, I guess, a bit. Yeah, definitely go in looking at the bright side to everything. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try to catch it during the week.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we look forward to hearing your thoughts. Now, of course, we got a box office bet here for our next week. Now, we're not going to be here next Sunday for the Thanksgiving holiday, so...
Sorry. Looking at the chat, grade. It's a DT. Really liked Widows. Love the dog. There's a really cute dog in it, though, too. And don't worry, the dog's okay. There's a part where it's very scary. And I'm like, no, not the dog! I will let you know that, because any dog person is going to be like,
Yeah.
Not the dog!
No, come on. There are those movies I'm like,
Does the dog die? Yeah.
no. But those movies I'm like, you need to tell me now, otherwise I can't go see it. Yeah.
So of course, we're going to have 2 weeks off, so we're going to be back here the first week of December, that first Sunday. So, so...
Oh my goodness.
I feel like we could do 2 box office bets here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so,
oh my goodness.
Yes.
So coming up for this week, we've got 3 films for your box office consideration, and that's Creed 2. Yes! Coming out from MGM on a little over 3,300 screens.
You're very
I'm
excited.
smilely excited, you know.
Yeah. No, it's great. I love you're excited. Be
I'm so
excited.
excited.
Ralph Breaks the Internet from
Yes,
Disney,
I'm excited for
3,800
that one.
screens.
Oh, me too.
And then lastly, Robin Hood from Lionsgate and Summit on 2,700 screens.
I'm actually excited for that one, too.
Oh, all right. Like Kari Lane, this is there's no losers for Kari Lane
I haven't
this week.
seen Creed, so I have no opinion for Creed 2.
I'm excited about this one.
So good. I've never seen a Rocky film. I know.
So those are the 3 films looking for your vote there in the chat. So start voting away here for the second box office bet that we'll do for the week that we won't be here. We just have one film that's going to be coming out, and that's going to be The Possession of Hannah Grace from Sony. That'll be opening wide. It's a little horror film.
I didn't see that one coming.
No.
Right?
There you go.
I was
know.
like, I haven't heard anything of this film this whole year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yo, I'm shutting down shop for horror movie news. What the heck? Why are you doing this to me?
That's weird. Nothing screams December like a horror movie.
There you go.
Dude, there are some good Christmas horror movies though.
Oh, like what? Krampus?
Well, there's Krampus.
Silent and Deadly Night?
Rare Exports is one of my favorites.
Rare Exports is cool.
I want it to be good. It always.
Jack Frost. No, there's some horror ones. Like you can look them up, and then I shared a thing on Twitter that was like a horror snowman. It was awesome.
There is a great
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
No,
movie.
There is.
It's
I'm
called
looking for one.
Thanksgilling.
Yeah,
It's on
Amy,
Amazon
with the
Prime.
turkeys. Watch it.
Killer turkeys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I haven't.
It's-
I've just heard about it.
it's
Yeah,
so-
Amy
Funny.
should
It's
totally
so
watch
great.
it.
You should
Okay.
watch
Let me
it.
know what you
Yeah.
think.
Watch the whole thing. Don't turn it off.
All right.
No, yeah, you're not allowed to
Yeah.
not finish.
Or blink.
As
at
much
all.
as you want
Okay.
to turn it off.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, we'll do the chat room's votes for our first bet, and then the second one, since it's the only film coming out, we'll just do our bet there for the possession of Hannah Grace.
So the possession of Hannah Grace, that's for the week of November 25th, I believe.
That is correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, that's for 2 Sundays from now.
That is correct. So when we return back here that first
We'll
Sunday
find
in
the
December,
results.
we'll find the results of both bets.
Yes.
And I'm sure I've already seen whoever's lost that first week will have already seen their films. If they're
Maybe.
if they're
Okay.
really if
Yeah.
they're not Amy.
Yo,
Oh.
I gotta watch.
There's probably like 2 that I haven't seen this whole time I've been here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrible at watching these movies.
Yeah.
Like, I still haven't seen The Grinch, and now I gotta watch Widows, and I haven't seen anything from the past year.
See?
Yeah.
Anthony,
I'm terrible at this game. I'm sorry.
you're not just hurting us, you're hurting all the people in the chat.
I know. Sarju's gonna come after me.
And so
He
he
will.
should.
Yeah. I
Uh,
deserve it.
Special segment before we dive into international numbers here. Amy Cassandra is going to do a hot report on the Fantastic Beasts and where to find them merchandise.
I thought we were not.
No,
gonna
we
do
gotta
it.
do
Well,
this.
we're
She's
gonna
like,
do
oh, we're
it.
done.
You were
No.
I
so
thought we were
excited to
done.
talk about it.
Yes. So part of the reason why I wasn't able to see any of the movies this week was because yesterday I was at Universal Studios Hollywood
The
all
entertainment
day.
capital of LA.
Thank you for that. Yes.
welcome.
So naturally, I went to the Harry Potter world. I had my Gryffindor scarf. And it was interesting to see everything because, the merchandise, there's so many stores with Harry Potter things and now Fantastic Beasts stuff. So it was interesting to see which wands were most popular. And a lot of people liked Newt's wand and a few people liked Queenie's. But everyone else, they're like, nah, like I'm good. And then even the merchandise for like the shirts and stuff, there were so many like Crimes of Grindelwald things, and it's like there was just a little tiny section, and then everything else was obviously Harry Potter, which makes sense because that's an established world that we all love. But it was just interesting to be there, and like kids were like, okay, cool. It's just Fantastic Beasts. No one cares. That's my hot little take, I guess.
Yeah, if she had decided to write a series of novels based on this, as opposed to just her one that was kind of like an encyclopedia, and then now she's just basically publishing her screenplays.
What about the one that became a play? Why don't they make that a
Cursed
movie?
Child.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things about
Because that one everybody loves the play, so it's like, why doesn't that one
I wouldn't be
become a
surprised
movie?
if it
Eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
after. Yeah, I think the thing is that, like you said earlier, that we're not that attached to Newt, and we kind of should be at this point. This is the second movie, like we should be rooting for him just like we did with Harry, and
He's so bland.
he's so bland,
Right?
yeah.
Am I not like I keep thinking I'm the crazy one for not liking him, but like he is a very bland character, and he doesn't give us enough like characteristics or like character for us to
Character
really.
development. too.
Yeah,
I think he
to,
was
like,
only more
like 'em.
interesting though because of the people who surrounded him too. Because like he's very dull compared to the others, but then that built upon each other as it went on. But yeah, he should be able to be by himself and us
Yeah.
go, yes, we really like him, and we're a little bit like, eh.
I mean, Harry has his flaws, duh. But you can still watch Harry on screen by himself and not be like, you're so boring, you're so bland.
Yeah.
And, want Hermione to come to the rescue in the scene, Or even Ron. Like, they all have to be fully developed. And, like, you're rooting for them. Heck, even Draco. You're rooting for the bad guy, too, because not, like, in a good way. I'm not crazy. But But you're like, okay, I know who you are. You have a full idea. And I think that's something that hopefully might change. But it was interesting to see everyone at, Harry
Yeah,
Potter
just seeing how
stuff.
the general public is reacting to merch. Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, and honestly, it wasn't that exciting of merch. Like, they did have a few stuffed animals, like, the beasts. And, they were right there. So I knew where to find them.
Look at that. Nicely done.
Thanks,
She's so
thanks.
proud of that one.
I am.
Yeah, well, this one has just a lot of women crushing on Newt. And it makes it hard when you really don't even know what's so great about this character that all these other women are like, oh, Newt.
Like, he cares about the animals.
Ezra. People online are loving him.
Yeah,
and his
in the course
Playboy
of-
spread, you see that?
Oh, well, true. But I mean, in the course of the film, characters in the film
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
are pining for Newt. And you're like, why? Why? I don't understand why.
I want it to be really good because I love Harry Potter. Like, I love that whole world. So I will see it this week and tell you guys like in 2 weeks.
Oh,
What I
all right.
think.
That's good. Can't wait. Yeah, fantastic. In international numbers, of course, the Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, it got $19 million there at the international box office for a global launch of $253 million. It basically,
Whoa.
yeah, the opening in 79 overseas markets is within the range that we were seeing ahead of the bow and surpasses the start of the first film by 2.7%.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah. And see, in 43 of those markets, the film is actually 43 is opened bigger than their earlier outing and set a series of offshore milestones. But, and this is almost sadder for me to say, it got outlicked at the box office there by Venom in China, where that Sony film has now become the third biggest superhero title of all time.
Isn't that great?
No,
Go
that's
Venom,
terrible.
man.
That is so.
Hell
them.
yeah.
Yes!
Oh man!
Yay.
Boo!
We win.
They were going to be seeing, oh man, Woody Harrelson in that dopey
Let
red
it
wig.
happen.
That
That's
dopey red
the
wig.
end of
What's the
Venom.
end?
It's okay. What about the rest
Well,
of
yeah,
it?
but means we're going to get another film, and we're going to see
Yes.
Woody Harrelson in that dumb red wig.
Maybe they'll make a better one.
Yeah,
they
I'm
might
sure they
tweak it.
will.
Because of what you said.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
that
of
was
what you
it.
said.
Yep.
Or like, I'm sure everyone else is up in arms and is tweeting about the red wig. Like, they're gonna catch on. People
Yeah.
listen to the crowds way too much nowadays. Like the producers or whatever.
Oh man, it's basically third behind Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Age of Ultron.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah. Oh boy, yes. So the global total right now is $780.5 million. We're getting that sequel, guys. We're getting that sequel.
Just for you,
Yay!
Frank.
And Bohemian Rhapsody just won't stop. It did another $45.5 million in 78 markets. And it's a terrific drop of just 29% and in those 78 markets, and jumps in both Korea and Japan. The overseas total is now $256.4 million.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
I think you should have acted a little more excited for Robin Hood because it looks like that one's winning in the bet so far.
Hooray! That Robin Hood, I just don't. I love the idea of Robin Hood. I just feel like I've been underwhelmed by a lot of the Robin Hood offerings, whether it's the Russell Crowe version. I mean, the Kevin Costner one is fine. I think a lot of that's because you have Alan Rickman in there, and he's
The
great.
Kevin Costner one.
You love the Kevin Costner?
I don't love it. I really no, it's been a while, but I'd say I liked it.
Yeah, the Russell Crowe one is kind of
That one was pretty cool when it came out. Keira Knightley was cool. In it.
yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, "Meh, meh."
So I will be curious to see how Jamie Foxx and our boy from The Kingsman does in this interpretation. Taron
Egerton?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Anthony.
Egerton.
Egerton, my bad.
Egerton.
Added
So-
Yeah, the
the-
chat's all talking about. I don't know. I think I'm curious in seeing him because I really liked him in Kingsman, and I think he has the right kind of charisma. I was like, yeah, sure. And the thing though is, it's such a well-known story. We've all seen it, so I just hope they're doing something more creative because everybody knows Robin Hood. Like, we've seen some version of it. So, and then they seem to come out with one every like 5-10 years or something. So it's like, all right, I hope you guys do something creative.
Yeah, but when you saw the trailer for this, or even just like that it was coming out,
Excited.
were you?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Oh, I was excited.
Yeah. I mean,
It
not
did
like,
for me.
I wasn't irritated, but I also wasn't like, all right.
Stardew
Amy?
says the Russell Crowe one has to be the worst one of them.
Yeah.
Were you
Were you
excited?
excited about this new Robin Hood film?
Yeah.
No, you're lying.
I'm
Damn.
I'm not gonna say much.
Oh, don't
I'm
worry.
scared.
Come on.
It's okay, be honest.
No, because they're gonna choose this.
It's already
movie.
winning.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
people are already choosing it a lot.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Share your feelings.
It looked so freaking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dumb action movie.
It's so I couldn't make it through the trailer. I've seen the trailer like 3 times, and I'm like, yeah. Oh,
That
my face,
face.
guys. It was just like, oh.
I want to see Amy's trailer reaction to that, where she just stopped. She couldn't even finish it. Guys, that was it. I can't even finish it.
It was in the theater. So that's something.
Now you
though.
need to make a trailer reaction video.
Yeah, that's something about watching so many movies that after a while you're seeing the same trailer like 5 times.
Oh, I hate that.
And funny enough, Instant Family's trailer, I was like, this is still just as good. I know it's cheesy, it's not the world's greatest movie, but I'm like, it's still fun. But with Robin Hood, I'm like, okay, we're doing this again. And when you start seeing the same trailer over and over again, you see the first 2 frames and you're like, okay, it's this one.
Yeah.
And you look down, you look around, you're like, so, all right, I'm here.
See, that's
Try not
why
to
I
pay
just come in like 20 minutes late into a film, because I know I skip all the trailers
done
and I
that
just
too.
go boom right in.
I kind of did that today. Got a pastry and a coffee before and was like, well, I don't need to rush. Let's kind of just wander
Yeah.
in.
You've seen these before?
All right, I got the seats. Side note, I did want to say for Instant Family 1, my mom said she saw it and really liked it. So it was cute. Then I have a friend who he and his wife have adopted kids and foster kids, and they liked the film and they liked having that kind of an example of their family represented. And so I was like, oh, that's really cool if I support it in that way of,
Yeah.
showing another kind of family out there.
Well, Paramount, please feel free to use Kari's plug. Yeah, my mom liked it, and
I wanted to say, I'm like, I know somebody liked it because I just saw it the other day, and she's
Yes.
like, I saw Instant Family, and she thought it was really cute.
Also, for that movie, I believe the panel for Meet the Movie Press, Simon Thompson, Dimitri Panos, and Scott. Oh my God, I'm forgetting his last name. But yeah, they all got like quoted for that movie. You know how when they show quotes for films that are coming out, like their quote is featured for Instant Family, which I thought was pretty funny.
What do they say?
Say good stuff?
Go look it up.
Well, it should be good if they used it.
Well, yeah, but then also it feels like, boy, I guess nobody else in larger outlets said anything nice. If they had to go down this low.
Rude.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest.
Rude.
I'm being honest.
No.
Yeah,
I want to see that. I want to see that before if I lose Robin Hood. Like, I want to see it before.
Wait, I mean, when you lose and have to see Robin Hood.
No, if I lose.
No, it's when.
Bring
It's
it
when.
on, Frank.
All right.
All right.
We'll see. Now, of course, folks, before we get into our next week's picks for our top 5 as well as our box office bets, we'd like to do a little box office rewind.
Yay!
There you go. Where we look back at somebody that's going to be up in one of the starring in one of these upcoming films. We're looking basically at their opening weekend box office performances, their top 5 for their career. And for this one, I thought, hey, let's go back and look at the man himself, Rocky Balboa.
Yes!
We have Creed 2 coming out. Looking at his top 5. Now, sadly, the top 5 is just all like the kind of well-known. There are some really well-known ones that I would love to talk about, but they're lower down the list, which is unfortunate. But I decided to go top 6 so we could at least get a little love there for that 6th place
You should
film.
just do honorable mentions too.
Honorable. That's
Yeah,
right.
that'd
There
be
you go.
cool.
Rambo: First Blood Part 2 from 1985, $20.1 million, which is still amazing. That's his number 6 film. Like his career's gone a long time, but that one's holding out. They drew First Blood, not me. There you go.
That was good.
Thank you. It was
Good
like
job.
Sly came in the room for a second.
Yeah.
Second.
Number 5, The Expendables. Thank you, Amy. From Lionsgate from 2012, $28.5 million. That was a step down.
I think I fell asleep towards the end. Like,
Wasn't there like 55 people in that
they had
movie?
so many.
Like, just main actors.
And so many guns and explosions. Boom, 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 boom.
This was it's a really cool idea for the first one where they get like all these aged action stars. Let's put them all together. Like, cool, that sounds like a great idea. But I felt like the first one still didn't deliver on the awesomeness of the concept. And then every film since then has been kind of diminishing returns.
Agreed.
Which had Harrison Ford as a helicopter pilot in one of those. So there you go. All right.
That's cool. Yeah.
And seeing like Kelsey Grammer coming in as like an action star, you're like,
Frasier.
What?
yeah,
Oh,
he's in one of
boy.
these. I mean, he played Beast, but still, I'm not really looking at him as my
no.
Wait,
action
he
star.
played Beast?
Yes.
In the X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
X3, The Last Stand.
Wow.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Coming in number 4, Creed, of course, from Warner Brothers, a new line. 2015, $29.6 million.
You're so excited on this.
Yes,
so
I
I'd
am.
ask, would you watch the Rocky films first and then go watch Creed?
I would. If not all of them, at least the first one, and the second one, and the third one.
No, I would think if you're going to do that, I would say just watch the 4th one.
Well, yeah,
The
I was
fourth
about to say
one?
for relevancy
Yeah.
to Creed, I would probably do like, what was the last one? Like Rocky Balboa? Or
Yeah.
no?
I would say 4.
Well,
I
you
feel
need to
like-
watch Creed.
Yeah, but I feel like 4 of all the Rocky films, 4 ties best into kind of really sets.
Yeah, the Rocky
sets the table
films
for-
into the
Yeah.
Creed series.
But
But you should get all. I like
Yeah,
the
but
first one.
despite-
If you only can watch, if you're only going to have time to watch one, wouldn't you? I think 4 tees up where you need to have everybody for.
So the fourth one, Creed. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you should watch all of them, Terry,
It's one of
'cause
those
they're
my
so
list
good.
of classic, films that
You can just
haven't
put them in
got
the
to.
background. Like, they're just great.
No, see, I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
I can't watch a movie and do something else. It's sit
No,
the whole
no,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Anthony mentioned Rocky Balboa. That is a really solid film as well too. I really,
Really?
enjoyed that.
I haven't seen that one either.
I really enjoyed that one.
That's
Which
cool.
one's that one?
That was the 6th in
The one that's
story.
not numbered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, Rocky's coming out for one last fight kind of deal, and it really sold the idea of a boxer of his age going up against somebody younger and still telling a really compelling story and making you buy oh yeah, this could be still could be an interesting fight, even though we don't know how realistically competitive it's going to be. But I thought it was good.
I just want to watch them all.
But Creed is
See,
Creed
that'd
is
be
a
a
lot of
fun
fun.
marathon though too.
But
Yeah.
my hot take for this is that there are some really cool boxing sequences that they shot, that Ryan Coogler shot, that got me really excited when I heard he was directing Black Panther.
Yeah.
And I felt like the action sequences in Black Panther never delivered the kind of fun and innovation that I got from Creed.
I agree.
Okay, I disagree. But I'm a little bummed that Ryan Coogler isn't directing Creed 2. Like, he didn't direct Creed 2.
Yeah.
So I'm bummed, but I'm also curious to see exactly how this one's going to feel. Because it is still Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson.
There you go.
So-
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And Dolph Lundgren coming back as Drago. Number 3, Spy Kids 3D Game Over. The 2003 33.4.
Oh, wow.
Hot take, never seen
Wow.
any of the Spy Kids films.
You know, Elijah,
I've seen the first one, maybe the second one as well. They were cute.
I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
I've seen. Which one was the
They're
one?
cute.
Well, there was one for sure that was filmed in my hometown of San Antonio, the public library. It was like a big deal. That's
you
it.
go.
No,
'Cause
this
this-
is way back when, same time period, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Ooh, I've seen that too.
That one was
no.
kind of painful.
No.
With the young, that
Yes.
Twilight guy.
Yes.
Got a Taylor Lautner.
Taylor
Yeah.
Lautner.
Yeah.
Team Jake.
Because Game Over, that's also the one where it has Ricardo Montalban in the robot suit, right?
I believe so.
Oh, boy.
And also Elijah Wood shows up, and then he just gets killed instantly. It's pretty freaking hilarious.
All right. Number 2, The Expendables from Lionsgate back in 2010,
We already talked about
34.8. And no surprise if you're thinking in terms of big blockbuster films for Sylvester Stallone. Small role, but still a big one there in terms of the box office results. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 from Disney, 2017, $146.5 million. Admittedly, nobody's racing out to see Guardians 2 because of Sylvester Stallone. But his role in there was small, but it was fine.
It was important.
I don't even
This
remember
way.
his role.
He's the leader of the kind of space pirates.
Isn't he the leader of the original?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, Franken.
Yeah.
they're maybe not
attest to that.
space pirates, but
But yeah, the ones with
They're like the OG Guardians,
Yondu's
aren't
people.
they?
Yondu's people. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
There you go.
All right, folks. So before we do our box office bet, and it looks like Robin Hood is stealing away and stealing away from the riches of the box office chat room and giving us to us poor folks here on the panel to do a vote on. But we will do our top 5 for next week. We'll record Creed 2, 3,350 screens. Ralph Breaks the Internet, 3,800 screens. Robin Hood, 2,700 screens. Which, of any, do you see taking number 1?
Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
Ralph.
Ralph,
Bleh.
for
So
sure.
excited.
I think we could all agree Ralph takes number 1.
Yeah.
Do you think Creed 2 can top Fantastic Beasts?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
People really like the first one that
Okay.
saw it.
No, I
Yeah.
would love for it to do it. And I feel like Fantastic Beasts, the it's just the reviews have just not been that flattering. I could see it taking a big dip.
Yeah, especially people are not going to be like, hey, you have to go watch this. Most
Yeah.
people might not, you know?
I'm sure people will wait for like the DVD, VOD release.
I could see it being. I'll throw out mine. I'll see Ralph Breaks the Internet, Creed 2, Fantastic Beasts, and I will say. I don't know if a Robin Hood could. I'm going to say that I think because the Grinch.
Yeah, even if it drops 50 after, it only had a 43.5% drop.
Yeah,
And we're going closer to holidays.
I'll put the Grinch then Robin Hood, and
That is the same as Ken Jack in the chat. Ralph, Creed, Fantastic, Grinch, and then Robin Hood.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic Grinch.
I'd say same. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we're wrapping up here, we got our box office bet to do.
The numbers are in.
Ken Jack, my boy Ken Jack, is he in the house with the final tally?
Yes, he says.
Love it.
It was. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the movie, but it's the one.
Robin Hood?
It's Robin Hood. Sorry about that.
Whenever we're like,
Anthony blanked on that
Yeah,
one.
Robin Hood got 5 votes. Creed 2 got 2 votes, and Ralph got 1 vote.
Yes. Look who's
well,
excited,
we
and
said
that's
it was
Amy
number
Cassandra Martinez.
5.
Yes.
Why?
So, of course, the box office bet works is that we're all going to bet on what we think the opening box office total will be. The winner, who is closest to the actual box office total, will get to be the prognosticators. The loser will have to go see this film. Amy, you'll have to see this film. And then tell us all about it.
You will have to see this film.
So we will be doing 2 bets, as I mentioned. We'll be doing, since we won't be here next week, we'll be coming back that first week in December. So we'll be doing a bet for next week's films, including for Robin Hood, and then the following week we'll be doing the Possession of Hannah Rose for that one as well. So look at Amy is excited
freaking
about this.
out.
Ken Jack says 9. Star Drew says a big range. That's too big of a spread. You can't say that.
Whoa. Nah.
Yeah.
So Robin
That's a
Hood.
I
really
probably
big
went
difference,
high. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, you can't do
Wait,
that.
we're waiting. We're putting down
Robin Hood.
both numbers right now, right?
Well,
We'll
one at
do
a
Robin
time.
Hood first.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Okay.
So lightning round. So Robin Hood, then we'll reset
Rico
and we'll do
says
Possession.
10.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know. I'm really scared.
Oh, I went probably way too high, but whatever.
All right.
No.
Anthony, are you ready?
I didn't look.
Yeah, I got one. I got mine.
Okay.
I actually thought about it a bit more this time.
All right. We got
Well, I
Amy.
plan to see it anyways, so I guess I don't really
Oh.
care.
Labo. No, I'm just kidding.
A little bit of like, eh.
All right.
I go-
Anthony, what do you have, sir?
You know what? I'm gonna go so low on this one. I'm gonna give it 4 million.
4.
4. All right.
Right?
All right.
Is that
I'm
that
impressed.
crazy?
Well, no, there you go. I love
Okay.
it. A man who stands by his convictions there. Amy,
All right. 13.
13.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do that great at all.
All right.
Oh, I went super high then. But I did the first number that popped in my head. I said 24.
Oh,
Ooh, 24 for
Too
Kari.
high.
Look at that.
Probably, but you know.
And I did 18 for mine. I was,
Okay.
I thought I was even going too high on that one.
Neil in the chat says 15. Edgar says 17. So mostly teens.
should have gone with 8. Dang it.
All right.
I feel slightly better. I feel like I can breathe a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so next up, we got the possession of Hannah Rose. Was that it? There you go. Yeah, possession of Hannah Grace, excuse me.
Oh,
not
Hannah
Rose.
Grace.
Hannah Grace.
that's funny because I knew
Oh.
Hannah Rose, and I was like, really? That's
Isn't it
really
the possession
creepy.
of Emily Rose? Is that
Yes,
what
I
you're
think so,
thinking
yeah.
of?
So, now it's
It's her granddaughter.
that is just opening wide from Sony, so I don't have an accurate theater count for that one. Of course, it's coming in that dead zone between after Thanksgiving, before the big releases in December kick in.
And people are gonna be shopping
Yeah.
Yes.
either
So,
online or out.
I don't know.
All right.
I've never heard of this. Okay.
Ooh.
I got
I
my
hadn't
number.
either.
Okay.
go.
I don't know.
No confidence in it,
All right.
but I got it.
Here we go. All right, ready to rock. Anthony, what do you got, sir?
Yeah, one of Stardews actually. He put down 12 million. I put down 12 million. Well, he
Nice.
said 12 or 15.
There you go,
That's
Stardew. Thank you.
I'm going with 12.
All right, Anthony's got 12.
You can go with 15, Stardew.
Amy?
For this one?
Yes.
Oh, 7?
7. All right, very nice.
12.
Kari did 12. Ooh, this is exciting.
What, Frank?
This is exciting. I like it. I like it. I like it. I went 11.
Oh,
So,
okay.
all right, 11 for me, which means I get to enjoy these next 2 weeks in box office security.
You think? Security
like jail.
Yeah.
So, get ready.
Burn.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
I am bummed though because Amy's also in that safe zone too, so she's not gonna have to see Robin Hood.
Hopefully.
That's a shame.
I'm
That is a
scared,
shame.
but
All
that's
right.
okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we powered through it. We're ready to take a break. I think
did it.
we're gonna get ready to prepare ourselves for a lot of turkey eating and a lot of napping, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks. But as always, folks, thanks for joining us here on Box Office Breakdown. As always, like us on Facebook, give us a 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. While you're there, give it a thumbs up, or 2, 3, 4, however many you can. Thanks everybody for hopping in the chat. Carrie, if they want to join in the conversation and they're joining us after we stream live, what can they do?
Oh, yes, Frank, you can all comment down below on all the stuff we talked about. If you saw those movies and we didn't get to talk about them, leave those comments down below.
Fantastic. Because you're going to be spending time with family and loved ones. So what
You're
movie
going to
are
see a
gonna
movie,
use?
right?
Yeah, what movie are you going to, whether it's going to be going to a theater or at home, what movie will you put on to kind of distract everybody from all the family tension that'll start building up? Yes. But if you want to stay in touch with any of us, even after the show's off the air, Anthony, where can they reach you?
Yes, you can find me everywhere at, oh wait, I have a lower third. At Tony B. Tony underscores right there at the bottom of the screen. TONY, the letter B, TONY underscore. This week on Horror Movie News, it's going to be every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to go on hiatus after this episode. We are going to be doing the top 5 movies, horror films that we liked of the past year. Everyone individually, including Carrie and Ollie, as well as our favorite guests on the show, and our top 3 least favorite films of the year as well. Thank you all so much. Hope to see you guys on this coming Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Horror Movie News. Everyone, you had a great show. It was a great show. I mean, thank you so much.
And you're doing your 3 least favorite guests as well, right, Anthony?
No.
You
Yeah,
there,
that's right.
right?
I would be one of those guests. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Amy, how about you?
Well, hopefully I'm no one's least favorite guest. But you guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
And you can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And yes, tune in for Horror Movie News not tomorrow, but the day after on Tuesday, as well as our anime show. We're talking Soul Eater. We just started that new show, so
Ooh,
Yeah.
sounds
Scary.
intriguing. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie, folks.
Nailed it.
Thank you. I spoke
You're welcome.
words. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great Thanksgiving, whether you're here in the U.S. or just have yourself a great Thursday, wherever you're at there internationally as well. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here in 2 weeks, right here on Box Office Breakdown and Popcorn Talk. Go see a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.